Big Bald Daddy's still in the fight. Old Rocky Top isn't done yet. He's still got more work to do.
What's going on, boys and girls? Another video for you today. I'm all over the place today. I'm a little pissed off today. No, in fact, I'm a lot angry, actually. What are you angry about, BBD? Well, I'm angry at a company called NetTrans. It is a public transportation service here in Northeast Tennessee, and they failed me today miserably. Had a 1:30 appointment with my surgeon up in Johnson City, and they'll tell you, be ready 2 hours before your appointment. So, you know, I'm out here 2.5 hours early. I'm out here at 10:30 waiting on NetTrans. 11 o'clock, nobody shows up. 11:15, nothing. 11:30, I'm starting to worry now. 11:37, I said, you know what? This is enough. Something's not right. So I called them. Guess what? They aren't coming to get me. And they didn't bother to call. Oh, we were getting ready to call you. No, that's not how you run a business. I get it. You had some drivers call. Hang on, let me go inside. It's getting windy out here. Well, the wind died down. So no, you don't do business that way. You don't just no-show to pick somebody up, especially for an important appointment like this, and then expect everything to be okay when you don't give them a call or nothing. And then say, well, we were getting ready to call you. Well, getting ready to call me doesn't do me any good now, does it? It doesn't get me to my appointment on time. So I had to call and cancel the appointment and reschedule it for next week. So there's a whole nother week now I've got to wait before I see the surgeon. And that pisses me off because this is important. You know, I just spent 52 days in the hospital, saw multiple doctors, beat death again, and it's important that I get to these friggin' doctor's appointments when they're scheduled. The doctors, you know, she won't even probably notice that I didn't show up today because she's got other people that she'll see, and I'll see her next week, and everything will probably be okay, but that's not the point. I get it. People get sick, people call in. But NetTrans, you got to do better than that, man. You got to do better. This is not the first time I've heard about this either. In fact, Home Health, when they came over here, actually it was last week, they were on the phone with a woman who had been left by NetTrans. They didn't show up to take her to her appointment. And I asked them, I said, do you know if that happens very often there? And she said, well, we really don't know. You know, we don't run that company. So I was like, well, hopefully it's an isolated incident. Lo and behold, here we go. And I'd already paid ahead of time for this trip to avoid the problem that I had last time I used them. Well, guess what? They didn't have a record of my payment either. So it's been a mess today. I'm pissed off that I didn't get to go see my surgeon. So now I got to deal with these wounds for another week on my own, which I probably would have had to anyway. But at least this way the doctor would have gotten to look at them and tell me something. But nope, got to wait another week. The good news today is this is the last day of antibiotics. I'll have to call Dr. Patel. Actually, I've got an appointment with Dr. Patel next Friday, I believe. So that's good news and that's bad news. Bad news being this port's not going to come out before the Slob softball game, which means more than likely I'm going to miss the softball game. And that pisses me off because that's a YouTube gathering that I was really looking forward to making. It's just one thing after another. So, listen, you slob guys, you softballers, have a good time. Team Raj, Team Fools, I'm rooting for both of you since I can't be there. Damn it, man. Let's finish this video inside. So, yeah, NetTrans, do better. I'm going to give you one more chance next week. But if I get left at the damn house again, I'm done with you. I just, there's no sense in that. They've got to have some kind of backup plan or something. I mean, if all their drivers call in sick, then they can't help it. But at least give somebody a phone call so we know to make other arrangements. I had nobody else to take me to my appointment. My daughter couldn't do it. It was too late to get Tony up. I got him up, and we actually could have probably made it on time. We would have had to have hurried. But by then I had already called and rescheduled it because I thought, hell, we got an hour. That ain't going to be enough time to get somebody over here and get me to my appointment. So I rescheduled it, and then I called him right back 5 minutes later. It was a 1:30 appointment. I called him right back 5 minutes later and said, yeah, I just called and rescheduled an appointment. Can I keep my original appointment? It was literally like 5 minutes ago. And she goes, yeah, I know. It was the lady you talked to. She said, let me check. And she came back and she said, well, no, you can't keep that appointment, but we can see you at 2:30. I'm like, you're telling me in 5 minutes you found somebody to take my place for my appointment? I don't think so. There's no way. And so we did. I just told him, you know what? I'm so mad right now. Just go ahead and let me keep my new appointment. And maybe when I get in there a week from today, I won't be so pissed off. So fall camp has started for high school. Greenville had a scrimmage today, a 7-on-7 against Science Hill. I haven't gotten the results. I did talk to Corbin Cannon's mom a little bit during the scrimmage, and she said they were rotating quarterbacks. I wasn't there. I don't know what that's all about. I don't know why they're rotating quarterbacks. I'm sure they have their reasons. I thought, and maybe we are, I thought we were set at quarterback for this year. Corbin Cannon, he's bigger, faster, stronger. He's got a cannon for an arm, and he's been waiting his turn for 2-3 years now to quarterback this team his senior year. So it was my assumption and everyone else's assumption that he's going to be the man. And until I hear differently, that will continue to be my assumption. That Greenville fans, if you see this, don't read anything into what I said. Maybe first 7-on-7, I guess, of the year, first scrimmage of the year. Maybe they were just throwing the second team guy ball out there to see what he could do in a little bit of live action. So I'm not reading anything into it. Unlike Joe Milton, who is clearly the number one guy for Tennessee, and clearly has already said he don't lose in the state of Florida. So we'll find out. We'll find out in Game 4 this year if he loses in the state of Florida or not. Anyway, I've already talked about that. Great show on here last night. If you missed it, I had Sports Talk Jay on for an hour and a half. Josiah Jordan James.
Yes, God, I can't believe I can't think of his name.
Been there for 30 years.
Yeah, he's going for 31. I'm trying to have some fun with them because they're not going to be down for long. So I want to enjoy this.
I think they're going to give us a game this year. I don't know what your thoughts are.
Absolutely. Are you kidding?
I know it's Florida. Yep.
You will not be able to hear yourself think in that stadium.
Go to my channel list of live shows. It was the most recent one. Some great Tennessee football talk, some great Tennessee athletic talk, and just a great show for an hour and a half. It's a shame it didn't get more views than it did. But we're working on that. That's why we're doing videos almost every day. But now, like I've told you guys, don't expect a football video every single day. That's just not what I do here. I know it's a football channel. It's considered a football channel. Originally, it was considered a football trash talk channel. But I'll reserve the trash talking for Tennessee when they deserve to be trash talked, and for all the other teams whose asses we're going to kick this year when they deserve it. About 12 of them, 13 maybe, and we'll see. Gonna be a lot of asses whooped and striped by the Orange this year, so I'll be talking a lot of trash about a lot of teams and facts to go along with that trash talk. You know, we don't mince words around here. Neither myself or my guest. We tell it like it is. We tell it like we see it. We pull no punches. We don't sugarcoat anything. I don't sugarcoat anything Tennessee does, and I'm certainly not going to sugarcoat anything the other teams do. That's the way I've been doing it for 14 years on here, and just because I'm no longer the top Tennessee guy on YouTube doesn't mean I'm going to change my feathers. My feathers will remain the same. Orange, white, and out of sight. Go Vols, screw y'alls. Love you, mean it. Hug your mom and daddy, and I'll see you tomorrow.